Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Join in on the high school football talk. Call us at 248-539-9797 and watch the live stream on the State Champs Network Facebook page. Once again, here are your hosts, Lauren Plant, Tom Markowski, Kevin Moore, and Lauren Jabara.
All right, welcome back to the State Champs Scoreboard. We do want to send a thank you to Justin Rutsky at Rutsky88. He gave a shout-out to us and being on 97 won the ticket, which is pretty cool for us. Loves that he's getting all the high school scores. We're here all season long. And remember, for the best high school sports coverage on TV, 40 weeks a year, watch State Champs Sundays at 9 a.m. and throughout the week on Fox Sports Detroit. On this show, we cover all sports throughout the state. And again, we want you to call us 248-539-9797, as did Steve, who wants to comment quickly on Warren Fitzgerald. Go ahead, Steve.
Hey, guys. Just to give you a heads up, Warren Fitzgerald's got a freshman named Penny Boone on their team. This kid, first varsity game, they won like 56-8 or something crazy like that. He's a freshman, had a pass deflected, two solo tackles, pass interception. I saw him last year. I was part of the organization he was part of. And this kid ran for about 6 touchdowns a game. This kid is going to be scouted so heavily in the next couple years. Penny Boone is definitely a name you guys are going to want to start paying attention to with the Fitzgerald program.
Sounds good.
Those are good comments. Now, Steve, I want you to hold on. So, guys, I want you to get Steve's phone number. Those are good comments, and that's what we're talking about. You want to talk a little bit about high school football, enlighten some of us, talk about some of the sleepers. We'll get your name, we'll get your phone number, and you might just win Tigers tickets for a week from Tuesday night against Minnesota. It's going to be a big game, right? Tigers, it's coming down to the wire.
The thick of things.
That's right. Remember, you can watch the show live right here on the State Champs Facebook page. Comment there or talk to us on Twitter using the hashtag SC Scoreboard Show. Again, Tigers tickets. We've got a $50 gift card to Fifth Avenue in Royal Oak. And we just want the best comments and calls, and that's what we're going to reward. Now, we have a very special guest in studio with us now. Now, he has been a State Champs favorite for a decade. Why? Well, it's because of these moments in the locker room.
So when you go out there today, please understand it's bigger than you. It's way bigger than you. Play with passion. Play with fierce emotion. But control it. Control it. Take the first punch, turn the cheek, get back in the huddle, get ready to play, and take them whistle to whistle. You have it in you. Find it! God gave you so much. Find it and use it. It's your job. Have the courage to be great. Not good, great. Are we clear? Yes, sir.
All right, I'm fired up. We welcome in Rochester Adams coach, Tony Pt.3. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Do you think about what you're going to say to your team before a game, or is it just totally off the cuff?
It's off the cuff. That's the truth.
Wow.
Do you remember what game that was?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It could be any
I
game.
get that. I get that.
I mean, it's been a lot of years.
Yeah, I understand, but
And really,
it just happens on the spur of the moment, and you're trying to motivate your kids in that 20 seconds or 30 seconds.
It's got to be sincere and it's got to be spontaneous.
Yeah. Gotcha.
he's been doing it for a long time. Well, again, thanks for joining us. And talk about your team this year.
Well, we have a really nice group of kids. Our chemistry is great. We have some strong seniors that have been playing together since they were very young. Some new kids that are really contributing. And I just love the way they go about leading each other and following each other.
Yeah, good start. You're tied last week at halftime, played a good second half, right?
Played a much better, more focused second half. Our defensive coaches did a great job kind of putting it together. And then our senior leaders like Kyle Wood and my son Mark and Johnny Brusha and Tyler Winnicky, Ben Peters, Mark, those guys all kind of stepped up for us.
We'll talk about the division. You know, the
white.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that we always compare a lot of times the OAA white to one of the best and one of the toughest in the state.
Yeah, we're very proud of the competition that we play every week, and if you don't show up, you're going to get beat. And we have some great players, we have some great coaches, some Hall of Fame coaches, and it's a great thing if you can survive that because you'll be prepared for the playoffs.
Yeah, Coach, I just want you to talk about your team this year, because I know you guys missed out on the playoffs the past few seasons. So I just want to know, what changes do you plan to see over the course of this season for you guys to make that playoff run again?
That's a great question, and we really made a concerted effort to prepare the kids to handle adversity on the field without us being there. So our training all winter, all spring, all summer is about how you're going to handle when things go bad in the field without us. And our seniors have done a great job of embracing that responsibility. Now, we'll see how it goes. We got tested Friday, and they answered the bell in the second half. We know a lot more adversity is coming with our schedule. So that, for us, was the biggest change, and we need to get back to where we were, and that was the starting point for us.
Gotcha.
You know, coaches spend so much time away from their families, especially this time of year, and maybe even in, you know, it's gotten longer. It's not just 6 months. It seems like it's longer now. I would think you're rather fortunate to have two of your sons on the varsity and a third who was on the freshman team. What is that like, coaching your sons? And, you know, you're away from your family, yet you're with your family.
Yeah, you know what? It's an amazing blessing. As a young coach, it would have been very difficult. Coaching your own sons is very difficult, and sometimes you're pretty hard on them when it's really not necessary. Now they've been around a little bit longer. I have more perspective. I am truly thankful every day I get to spend with those guys on the field. I'm proud of them. They work hard. They're held to a very high standard. They know their responsibility to their teammates and to me, and I am very, very lucky. Not a lot of guys get to spend that many hours with teenage boys of their own, and I feel very blessed to have them around.
Your experience as a coach, does that help you in these instances, you know, coaching your sons? Like you kind of referred to, if you were a younger coach, perhaps your patience might have fallen a little short.
Yeah, and it goes two ways, because there's a lot of pressure on them because of the accusations of daddy ball, and in our culture it's difficult, no matter how good they are. And you know, even when I coach my nephews, one of the best players our state's ever seen, there are people in our community thought he shouldn't be playing quarterback. Well, when he's playing on Sundays, hopefully they think back to how wrong they were, how very wrong they were, I should say. But now that I've been around a bit longer and kind of seen both sides of that, at the end of the day, it's about family and fairness. And if you stay true to that, I think I'm going to make good decisions for them.
Give us an update on your nephew.
You know, they won tonight. He's a Thorpe finalist again for the second year in a row. He's going to graduate, and I think he's probably going to be a safety in the NFL next year at this time.
And just tell
what's his height and weight? I'm curious.
and
what
where
he
he's
is
playing.
now.
He's at Central. He's a
Central,
safety.
that's
He's about 6'1", about 215.
Is he really
And,
250? He never got close to that in high school.
He was right around high 190s, low
Yeah.
200, but he's just got a great first step and burst and a level of physicality that you just can't emulate. And he won some games.
Strong safety, free safety, strong.
He plays free.
Okay.
They play a 2-eye system, and a lot of teams don't go anywhere near him when he's on the field.
You know, I loved him in high school, and I've watched him a little bit at Central. I'm kind of a Central fan. My wife graduated from there. Blah blah blah. I better be a Central fan. But no, I'm impressed. The kid can play.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about, you know, things have changed, like in Rochester, and enrollment's kind of gone up. And what is enrollment like for Adams now, and how many kids you have coming out?
Okay, our enrollment is about 1,600. All three schools are within 10 or 20 kids of each other, all three high schools in the district. Our team roster in the varsity is around 44. We won the state championship in 2003. We had low 60s. We've had as many as 70.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's about the 44 that you have. I love the 44 we have, and it is what it is. There's a lot of variables. Tom and I talked about it, whether it's sports specialization, whether it's this hysteria about concussions or whatever it might be. It's still the greatest game on earth. It's still a great way for young boys to become men and learn great life lessons, and I will never, ever step away from that. You know,
What you talked about, the participation numbers, just in my talking to the coaches over, you know, the preseason and whatnot, I'd say 85 to 90% of the coaches said their numbers are down. Take Chris Smith over at Eisenhower. They usually have 85, or if not more, they're down to 65. I know that sounds like a high number to be down to, but if you're taking 20 kids off your varsity roster, it's different.
It affects how you practice. It affects how much you can hit and get after each other, but also provides great opportunity, because some kids that maybe in the past didn't get to play a lot, they need to understand how important they are in that roster, whether they're number 1 or the number 44.
Well, even if you have them on special teams, they have to realize that those 5 or 6 times that they're on the field is a real important part of the game.
Every down matters the same.
Well, I just think special teams are real important in high school, because a lot of them aren't executed properly.
Well, we appreciate greatly that Rochester Adams head coach Tony Pt.3 was here. Coach, before we let you go, and if you can do something, because we like to kind of collect audio here, we need a speech to play before we start our radio show every week. So
pretend you're playing Harrison and you're both 7-0.
No, or just say you were going to get us ready for the radio show, and we need to get fired up. What would you say? Give us the speech.
I would say that at the end of the day, you have so much impact on so many people, and you have a special place in the hearts of young men. And when you say their names, when you say their schools, it's a sense of pride. Don't ever forget how important you are to them because they're hearing your voice.
Wow.
Coach, thank you. I feel it, and it just makes us better. We appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Coach.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Kevin, get us updated on some scores.
That's right. We have some updated scores. I'll read to you. We have Howell beating South Lyon 14-7, and Pickney over South Lyon East. Pickney won that game 30-7, and I'm going to get some conference action going on here. Starting off with the MAC conference, Grosse Pointe North dominating Harrison Lance Cruz 55-13. We have Utica Eisenhower. They beat Dakota 26-13. Marysville beat St. Clair Shores Lakeshore 41-7. Romeo beat Chippewa Valley 36-14. St. Clair Shores South Lake beat Madison Heights Madison 54-28. Warren Cousino took care of Sterling Heights 53-26. And moving on to the Catholic League action, the games that took place tonight, we have Clarkston Everett Collegiate beat Lutheran Westland 45-7. U of D Jesuit over Ann Arbor Pioneer 20-7. Divine Child beat Chandler Park Academy 28-8. Warren Michigan Collegiate beat Macomb Lutheran North 47-15. Bishop Foley blew out Cardinal Mooney 59-0.
Tony's old team.
And Royal Oak Shrine beat Hazel Park 42-24.
All right, great. We have a Twitter poll question out there. What was the biggest upset of week 1 of the football season locally? Was it Fortson over Canton, King over Southfield, Oxford over Romeo, or Brighton over East English Village? All right, Ryan Terpstra is going to be coming up soon as we talk about the Meyer main event, which you can watch Sunday morning on StateChampsNetwork.com. Muskegon Mona Shores welcomed in Zeeland West tonight. It was a doozy. They hadn't played in a decade, so we'll have details from that coming up. Also, tonight's trivia question, that's next, where you can win a free large one-topping pizza from Hungry Howie's. First one to call in and get the right answer will win. That's next on the State Champ Scoreboard here on 97.1 The Ticket.